Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Giants has released 1.7 for Farming Simulator 25 today. If you are watching this later, it is currently 4/10/2025. So, patch 1.7 for Farming Simulator 25 is now available to download on PC and consoles. Find out what improvements are included in the changelog below. Patch highlights. Durvell G4D10Q Pro 5 and John Deere 8RE Pro Power. Improved performance in single player and multiplayer. Update indicator for mods on main menu. Option to adjust dead zones in running save games. Option to automatically turn off cruise control, GPS, and more. Please note the patch is being rolled out across platforms, blah blah blah. Found a bug. We continue to gather bug reports, feedback, and other data to identify what needs fixing or improving in the future. Report bugs via Bug Tracker. Please note that we don't answer individual reports, as you will most likely not be the only one to report a specific problem. Don't worry, receiving multiple reports on an issue sends us a signal that it must be important to fix, so our support team concentrates on collecting and communicating this internally. More info and patch frequently asked questions. Changelog for patch 1.7. Please note, as of all major updates, you may experience stuttering on the first game launch after updating, especially when using mods or custom graphics settings due to shaders being recompiled. Just bring up the build mode and fly around the map on that way. Or if you're on PC, you can also use other mods like power tools to bring up flight mode and fly around the map that way. New machines and items: Durvell G4010Q Profile Bale Wrapper, John Deere 8RE Auto Power Livery. And we are at the end of this video. We are actually going to go into game and look at some of this stuff this time, so this might be a little bit longer video because of that, but I think it's important to show some of the stuff in game as well. Additions and improvements. Added ability to adjust dead zones in the running save game for PC. Added download file size information on the Mod Hub download dialog. Added exclamation mark to main menu if mods have updates available. Added option to turn off cruise control on GPS line end. Fixes and changes. Various technical changes to improve performance. Various stability improvements to prevent crashes. Various text translation adjustments. Various visual adjustments on several models. Improved multiplayer map sync speed. Improved multiplayer performance. Improved color of cut grass foliage LOD. Delivering goods for multiple harvest contracts with the same station and crop will now prioritize the contract with higher overall progress. I liked that. Disabled removal of fences, which are part of an animal pasture due to issues calculating the animal pen area. That is something we will look at more in game. Changed behavior to recharge electric machines. Fixed dual wheel connectors on several models. Fixed grass having full yield when cut despite not being fully grown. Fixed missing corn harvest animation on consoles. Fixed rare cases where cutting trees would create invisible pieces that could freeze the game when near to the player. Fixed spreading lime after mulching not working. We can check that out too, because I actually just mulched a field on one of my maps last night, but I haven't limed it yet, so we will look at that in game. Fixed train not stopping at train stations and being too far away. Fixed vehicle maintenance costs not being deducted. fixed an error when using the slope terrain tool. Not sure what that is. I've had no issues with the slope tool, but apparently some people were, so that's fixed. Fixed area beneath fences not being unblocked for placement after fence deletion. Fixed cotton harvester being unable to unload unfinished bales for mission completion. Fixed driving issues with manual transmission with clutch. Fixed feeding robots produce not showing up in UI by producing more than needed. Fixed fence gate state not loading correctly from save games. Fixed grape juice production economy. Fixed hand tools list in multiplayer showing outdated or no information. Fixed issues with the player character placement when controlling the high pressure washer. Fixed John Deere 6R wheel width options. Fixed K-branded SW4014 wrapper throwing away bales. Reduced lag for other players when manually saving AMP game. Fixed mission yield being affected by rain while harvesting with a player-owned harvester. Fixed partial working with setting desync for spreaders and sprayers in multiplayer games. Fixed player being unable to transfer Olive Farm's money in multiplayer. Fixed player character getting stuck on platforms when exiting trains or vehicles next to them. Fixed shifting into 8th gear in multiplayer. Fixed silage additive usage with Gervais Vario Master V140. Fixed snow not being removed properly after being disabled in settings. Fixed water foam glowing at night. I really like this one too. Navigation markers now display distance based on user settings instead of always using meters. Removed misplaced fence below field 43 on Hutan Pantai, preventing the creation of rice fields. Modding added support to add or rewrite fruit types for maps. Added various chats and log messages to help with debugging mod map configuration. Changing the number of terrain angle channels for the fields no longer needs a separate custom shader. Fixed custom placeable name not being resolved correctly in mod maps. Fixed crash when deleting a placeable which used onCreate water callback. Now only allowed be used for in-map assets. Fixed involved maps not working correctly on custom maps. Now, I have noticed, and a lot of people have noticed, I should say, there are issues with a couple mods. If you are on PC, Universal Auto Load is having an issue, and selectable bell capacity is also having an issue as well. And any maps that use custom shaders might have issues as well. But let's go into game. We are going to take a look at some of this stuff. But if you don't care about any of this stuff in game, that is the patch notes. But if you want, stick around and we are going to look at some of this stuff in game. Like right here, there's the exclamation mark for downloadable content. And let's see, do I have anything I can update? Yeah, right here. Update. Now it says 2 megabytes out of 14 megabytes. So that's one change. And this is a third-party PC only map, but I do have, like I said, a field that I mulched last night that I did not lime yet. And I have animals on here, which are two of the things I want to show you in game. So, but if you are on PC and want this map, I will link the SGA Trello boards in the description of this video. So, one thing new is on animals that have manure, it actually shows the manure on here now. So you can just scroll through here and see how much manure you have in each pen. You don't have to go to the manure pits individually to figure out how much manure you have now. That is very awesome. That is a very good change. Alright, this was a cotton field that I mulched. Let's see if we can now lime. There you go. And field options, this is something you can do in power tools. I want to lime level 0, needs lime, and now we lime this, and you can see it no longer needs lime. So that is working. Alright, the next thing I want to show you guys is that if I go into construction, I can no longer delete these fences, which normally I would be mad about because I am a person about customization. I am a farm builder in this game. I like to customize my stuff the way I want, but this is actually a very good change because deleting these fences actually deleted your animals. So, making it not possible to delete these fences was a good move on Giant's end. And also, let's say I tag that. Now it comes up in feet because that is the system I have set up in my settings. Wherever that was. So is that a general? Yes. Since I have it in miles, if I switch this back to kilometers, then it would show meters. But I don't like to play in kilometers. I like to play in miles. So now that shows me in feet instead of meters. So that again is a very good change. Yes, this update caused some issues, but Giants can't test these updates with every mod out there. So there's bound to be issues, but those will get fixed. Give Giants some time to release a hotfix if that's what is needed. Give modders, especially mappers, time to get their custom shaders sorted out right. And we will be good. This is a very good update. As I was saying, this is a very good update. There's some very cool changes. I am happy with the direction FS25 is going in. There is a lot more coming in the future. I am excited. So, with that, on to the rest of the video. I remembered these two things after I was done recording, so I decided to record this section and splice it into the video. If it seems weird in the position that it is in, that is why. So, back to the rest of the video. So, I think that is going to do it for this one. The NEXAT also got an update today. We will be going over that in a video tomorrow. So, if you enjoyed this, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video here on the channel. With that, I'll see you all later.